Imagine waking up one day, standing in your own kitchen and suddenly forgetting why you're there. You glance around, the familiar feels foreign, and a creeping fear sets in. Could this be the beginning of dementia? What if I told you the real battle against dementia doesn't start when the symptoms appear? It starts decades earlier, right at your dining table. Yes, the foods you choose today are silently shaping the health of your brain tomorrow. While most people worry about dementia when it's too late, the truth is up to 40% of cases are preventable through simple lifestyle changes, starting with what you put on your plate. But here's the surprising part. It's not just about adding so-called brain foods to your meals. It's also about removing hidden culprits that quietly sabotage your memory every single day. And in this video, we're going to uncover both the silent enemies and the powerful protectors of your brain. Stay with me, because what you'll learn today could change the way you eat and how clearly you think for the rest of your life. Section 1. The silent rise of dementia. Why prevention starts now. Let's start with a hard truth. Dementia is rising faster than ever before. According to the World Health Organization, over 55 million people around the world are already living with it. And by 2050, that number is expected to nearly double. Now here's something most people don't realize: dementia doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow, silent process that often begins 20 to 30 years before the first forgotten name or missed appointment. So why is this happening? One major yet often overlooked reason is chronic inflammation and oxidative stress. Two invisible forces fueled by what we eat. Highly processed foods, excess sugars, and unhealthy fats create a toxic environment in your body, damaging not just your heart and liver, but also the most important organ of all, your brain. Studies show that long-term poor nutrition leads to insulin resistance, even in the brain, a condition now being referred to as type 3 diabetes, a hidden contributor to Alzheimer's disease. And the worst part, many of the foods causing this damage are common items we reach for every single day, thinking they're harmless or even healthy. But here's the part most people miss. It's not just about adding new healthy foods, it's about removing the hidden enemies first. And in the next section, we'll reveal exactly what those foods are, including a few that might be sitting in your pantry right now. Section 2. The brain's worst enemies, foods to avoid. Let's talk about the silent attackers, those everyday foods that quietly damage your brain meal after meal. You might think it's just a snack, or one serving won't hurt. But over time, these small choices become powerful contributors to memory loss and cognitive decline. 1. Processed meats, bacon, sausages, and deli meats. They may taste delicious, but processed meats are loaded with nitrites and harmful preservatives. These chemicals don't just impact your heart, they also create compounds in the body that increase oxidative stress and inflammation, both of which are closely linked to dementia. A major UK study even found that people who consumed processed meats regularly had a 44% higher risk of developing dementia. Ask yourself, when was the last time you checked the ingredients list on those neatly packaged slices of ham or bacon? Refined carbohydrates, white bread, pastries, and sugary cereals. That soft, fluffy slice of white bread or your favorite morning pastry may seem harmless, but these foods are high in refined. They cause blood sugar spikes, which over time lead to insulin resistance. Not just in your body, but also in your brain. Researchers now refer to this as type 3 diabetes, a condition that starves your brain cells of energy, accelerating memory loss. Do you find yourself feeling foggy or forgetful after a carb-heavy meal? That's not a coincidence. It's your brain signaling distress. Eat trans fats, margarine packaged snacks, and fast foods. Trans fats are some of the most dangerous compounds you can consume. Found in margarine, frozen pizzas, and countless packaged snacks, Trans fats have been directly linked to shrinking brain volume and poor memory performance. One study published in Neurology showed that people with high levels of trans fats in their blood were 75% more likely to develop dementia. Think about that the next time you reach for that bag of chips or pre-packaged cookies. Excessive alcohol consumption. A glass of wine every now and then might not be harmful, but chronic overconsumption of alcohol leads to direct damage to the brain. Alcohol shrinks the hippocampus, the part of your brain responsible for memory. Over time, this leads to permanent memory gaps, poor decision-making, and increased risk of dementia. And it's not just heavy drinkers at risk. Frequent moderate consumption adds up too. For artificial sweeteners, especially aspartame. If you think switching to diet sodas or sugar-free candies is a safe choice, think again. Emerging studies suggest that aspartame and other artificial sweeteners may disrupt neurotransmitter balance and even harm the gut-brain axis. Although research is ongoing, early findings have raised concerns about how these chemicals affect brain chemistry and cognitive health. Is the temporary sweetness really worth the long-term risk to your mental clarity? Now let's turn the page. Because while removing these harmful foods is crucial, what you add to your diet is equally powerful. In the next section, we'll explore the natural, delicious foods that have been shown to protect and even enhance brain function. Foods you can start enjoying today. Section 3. The brain's best friends, foods to eat for protection. Now that you know what to avoid, let's focus on what to embrace: natural, nutrient-dense foods that don't just nourish your body, but actively protect and strengthen your brain. These are the foods that science shows can reduce inflammation, enhance memory, and even promote the growth of new neural connections. And the best part? They're as delicious as they are healing. Leafy greens, spinach, kale, Swiss chard. When it comes to brain health, think green. Leafy greens are rich in vitamin K, lutein, folate, and beta-carotene. Powerful nutrients that slow down cognitive decline. In a study published in Neurology, researchers found that people who ate just one serving of leafy greens a day had the cognitive abilities of someone 11 years younger, compared to those who rarely ate them. So whether it's a fresh spinach salad or a handful of kale in your smoothie, this simple habit could be a powerful defense against memory loss. To fatty fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines. Your brain is nearly 60% fat, and it thrives on healthy fats, especially omega-3 fatty acids, like DHA and EPA found in fatty fish. These essential fats play a critical role in building and repairing brain cells. Multiple studies, including one from the Journal of Alzheimer's Disease, show that higher omega-3 intake is linked to better memory, slower brain aging, and reduced risk of Alzheimer's. Aim for 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish per week to keep your brain nourished and resilient. Berries, blueberries, strawberries, and blackberries. These vibrant little fruits are like nature's medicine for the brain, packed with antioxidants called anthocyanins. Berries help reduce brain inflammation and improve communication between brain cells. A 20-year study by Harvard found that women who consumed 2 or more servings of berries per week experienced slower rates of cognitive decline by as much as 2.5 years. Sprinkle them on your morning oatmeal or enjoy them as a midday snack. Your brain will thank you. Nuts and seeds, walnuts, chia seeds, flax seeds. Nuts and seeds are small but mighty. Walnuts in particular are rich in alpha-linolenic acid ALA, a plant-based omega-3 and antioxidants that fight brain aging. Research shows that even a handful of walnuts a day can improve memory, reduce anxiety, and protect against cognitive decline. Chia seeds and flax seeds add an extra boost of omega-3s and fiber, supporting both brain and gut health, 2 systems that are deeply connected. Turmeric with black pepper. This golden spice contains curcumin, one of the most powerful natural anti-inflammatory compounds ever studied. Curcumin has been shown to increase levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor BDNF, a growth hormone that helps form new brain cells and connections. But here's an important tip. Always pair turmeric with black pepper. Black pepper contains piperine, which enhances curcumin absorption by up to 3%. ensuring you get the full brain-boosting benefits. But we're not done yet. Did you know that what you drink each day could be just as important as what you eat? Some beverages actively protect your brain, while others quietly accelerate cognitive decline. Let's explore the drinks you should embrace, and the ones you might want to pour down the drain. Section 4. What you drink matters. Brain-healthy and harmful beverages. We often focus on solid foods when thinking about nutrition, but what you pour into your glass every day can either nourish your brain or quietly sabotage it. Some drinks are like a refreshing shield against cognitive decline, while others, often disguised as harmless, chip away at your brain's health with every sip. Let's start with the good news. The drinks that protect your brain and keep your memory sharp. Best drinks for brain health. 1. Green tea. Calm focus in a cup. Green tea isn't just a relaxing ritual. It's loaded with L-theanine, an amino acid that promotes relaxation without drowsiness, and powerful antioxidants called catechins that protect brain cells. Studies show that regular green tea drinkers have better memory recall and mental clarity, and even a reduced risk of developing cognitive disorders. Try swapping 1 cup of coffee for green tea during your day. It's a small change with big rewards. So water, the most overlooked brain booster. It might sound simple, but even mild dehydration can cause noticeable declines in concentration, focus, and memory. Your brain is about 75% water. When you're dehydrated, it literally shrinks, and your cognitive functions slow down. Make it a habit to drink at least 6 to 8 glasses of water daily. And watch how your mental clarity improves. If plain water feels boring, add a few slices of lemon or cucumber for a refreshing twist. Coffee, in moderation, it's a brain ally. Yes, you heard that right. Coffee in moderation can actually benefit your brain. Rich in antioxidants and polyphenols, coffee has been shown to reduce the risk of Alzheimer's and Parkinson's diseases. 1 or 2 cups a day may improve alertness, mood, and long-term brain health. But remember, moderation is key. Too much caffeine can disrupt your sleep and increase anxiety, 2 factors that harm your cognitive function. Drinks to avoid for better brain health. Sugary beverages, sodas, and sweetened juices. Sugary drinks flood your bloodstream with glucose, leading to dangerous spikes in blood sugar and insulin resistance, a key driver of memory loss and cognitive decline. A study in the journal Stroke found that people who consumed sugary drinks regularly had smaller brain volumes and poorer memory performance. Swap that soda for sparkling water with a splash of fruit juice. It's a far healthier way to quench your thirst. 2 energy drinks, a temporary high, a long-term crash. Energy drinks might give you a quick burst of energy, but they also overstimulate the nervous system, elevate anxiety, and disrupt sleep, all of which are disastrous for your brain. Even worse, many energy drinks contain high levels of sugar combined with synthetic stimulants, creating a dangerous cocktail that puts your brain under constant stress. The question is, do you really want to trade long-term mental clarity for a short-term jolt of energy? But here's something even more fascinating. Did you know that what's happening in your gut could have a profound impact on your brain? In the next section, we'll uncover the powerful connection between gut health and cognitive function, and how simple foods can heal both. Section 5. The role of the gut-brain connection. It might surprise you, but some of the most powerful influences on your brain's health aren't found in your head. They're deep within your gut. This incredible relationship is known as the gut-brain axis, a direct communication highway between your digestive system and your brain. And what travels along this highway, signals that affect your mood, memory, and even your risk of developing diseases like Alzheimer's. Here's how it works. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria, some helpful, others harmful. When the good bacteria thrive, they produce compounds that reduce brain inflammation, support neurotransmitter production like serotonin and dopamine, and even stimulate the growth of new brain cells. But when harmful bacteria take over, usually due to poor diet choices, stress, and lack of fiber, this balance is disrupted. The result: increased inflammation, higher risk of depression, anxiety, and yes, cognitive decline. So how can you nurture this powerful connection and protect your brain? Foods that heal the gut and the mind. 1. Probiotic-rich foods, the good bacteria builders. Yogurt with live cultures, kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, and miso. These fermented foods flood your gut with healthy bacteria, helping restore balance and support better communication along the gut-brain axis. Studies have shown that people who regularly consume probiotic-rich foods experience better cognitive performance and emotional resilience. Your prebiotic foods, fuel for your gut's good bacteria. Apples, oats, bananas, garlic, onions, and legumes. These fiber-rich foods don't just support digestion, they're the favorite food of your healthy gut bacteria. When you eat prebiotics, your gut microbes produce short-chain fatty acids that reduce brain inflammation and improve mental clarity. Polyphenol-rich foods, natural brain protectors. Berries, dark chocolate, olive oil, and green tea. Polyphenols help stimulate healthy gut bacteria and have been linked to slower cognitive aging and improved memory. Think of them as tiny warriors fighting inflammation and oxidative stress both in your gut and in your brain. If you're wondering where to start, try adding a bowl of plain yogurt with a sprinkle of oats and berries for breakfast. Or enjoy a side of fermented vegetables with your lunch. These small, delicious changes can have a massive impact on your long-term brain health. But there's still one more piece of this puzzle, a critical factor that many people ignore. Even if you eat perfectly, chronic stress and poor sleep habits can undo all your good work. In the next section, we'll explore how your emotional well-being and nightly rest are just as important for protecting your memory as the food on your plate. Section 6. Stress, sleep, and their silent attack on your brain. You might have the perfect diet, drink all the right beverages, and even take care of your gut, but if stress and poor sleep dominate your life, your brain remains under silent attack. Let's start with stress. You've probably heard of cortisol, the body's primary stress hormone. In small bursts, cortisol helps you stay alert and focused. But when stress becomes chronic, lingering day after day, this hormone turns into a quiet saboteur. High cortisol levels shrink the hippocampus, the critical part of your brain responsible for memory and learning. Over time, this leads to memory lapses, foggy thinking, and a greater risk of cognitive decline. Have you ever walked into a room and forgotten why you were there, or struggled to recall a familiar name during a conversation? That's often the impact of chronic stress at work, stealing away your mental clarity, one small moment at a time. And then comes sleep, or lack of it. When you sleep, something incredible happens in your brain. It activates what scientists call the glymphatic system, a kind of nighttime housekeeping crew that flushes out toxins including beta amyloid, the sticky protein associated with Alzheimer's disease. But if you're not getting enough deep restorative sleep, this cleansing system can't do its job properly. Toxins build up, and over time they create an environment ripe for memory problems and cognitive decline. It's not just about quantity. Quality of sleep matters even more. Practical tips to protect your brain through better stress and sleep management. Create a relaxing evening routine. Turn off electronic devices at least an hour before bed. Read a calming book, listen to soft music, or practice gentle stretching. Limit caffeine and heavy meals in the evening. Both can disrupt the deep sleep your brain desperately needs to recharge. Practice mindfulness and deep breathing. Just 5 minutes of slow, deep breaths can lower cortisol and bring your mind back to a calm state. Stick to a consistent sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day helps regulate your body's internal clock, leading to better sleep quality. Remember, your brain heals while you sleep. Every restful night is like pressing a reset button, giving your memory and mental clarity a fresh start. So take a deep breath, relax, And when you lay down tonight, know that you're doing one of the most powerful things possible to protect your precious memories. Now that we've explored every aspect of protecting your brain, what to avoid, what to embrace, and how to rest, it's time to reflect. Are your daily habits helping or harming your future memory? Let's wrap this up with a quick recap and a heartfelt call to action. Closing and reflection. Your brain's future is in your hands. Take a moment and think about all the small choices you make each day. The foods you eat, the drinks you choose, how you manage stress, and the sleep you allow yourself to enjoy. All of these decisions quietly shape your brain's future. You've learned today that protecting your memory isn't about waiting for symptoms to appear. It's about acting now before the first forgotten name, before the missed appointment, before the fear sets in. Let's quickly recap. Remove the silent enemies. From your plate, processed meats, refined carbs, trans fats, sugary drinks, and artificial sweeteners. Welcome brain-protecting heroes. Leafy greens, fatty fish, vibrant berries, nuts, seeds, turmeric, and gut-friendly fermented foods. Hydrate and nourish your mind with green tea water and just the right amount of coffee. And never underestimate the power of a calm mind and a good night's sleep. Every healthy habit you build is like a gentle promise to your future self, a promise that you'll protect your memories, your independence, and the joy of knowing exactly who you are and the life you've lived. So ask yourself, what change can you make today? And if this video touched you or taught you something new, please share it with someone you care about. Together we can help protect not just our own minds, but the memories of those we love most. Thank you for spending this time with me. Stay well, stay mindful, and take care of your most precious asset, your beautiful, irreplaceable mind.